Hello there, we're here in Danville, Indiana with USAC AMSOIL National Sprint Car driver, Jake Swanson. Jake, you ready for the new season? You got the cars all lettered today, literally just a few minutes ago. So I think you're ready to go.
Yeah, we're really close. I actually can't take too much credit for doing a lot of the work on these cars. My guys, Justin and Craig, they've been busting their butts getting these things ready, and I've been pretty much just doing everything inside my house, trying to get it ready, and haven't been doing too much out here, so the poor shop's been neglected. But they've done a good job, and these things have turned out really nice. Mason was here wrapping them, and did a great job. Actually had JD design them all, so really excited to go into this 50 race schedule. It's definitely more than we've ever done before.
And you made the move out here recently from California, born and raised there. How's Danville, Indiana treating you? A little bit of snow the other day, but otherwise, how's it going?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, we're really loving it. My wife and I, it's just, it's a nice change from California, that's for sure. Just, kind of being a little bit further out in the country and being able to just relax a lot more. It's just not such a high stress environment. And the biggest thing, we moved out here to go racing. There's racing everywhere. And there's obviously not too much going on in California. Hopefully they get to run some this year, and we get to visit, at the end of this year. But this is the place to be if you want to go sprint car racing. So we just decided to pack everything up and quit our jobs and go try to make it happen.
So was this a long time brewing? You were wanting to eventually make the move out here, or was it kind of on the back burner? Or was this just the right timing, just with everything that happened last year?
It really was the right timing. I definitely didn't intend on doing this, last year. We had intended on running the full USAC CRA deal, and then coming back and running some stuff here and there. But I had a great job, I had a great career, and I've just been saving money. My goal was to get a property, and I didn't know if it was going to be California or Indiana, but then COVID hit and racing stopped, and just kind of brought it up to my race team as a joke at first, like we should just move the stuff out here, and they were like, yeah, let's do it. So I was like, well, if you guys want to, I'm all in. I just don't want to come back here and carry my helmet bag for a while and try to become a race car driver again. I have really good teams and really good guys that I enjoy working with, and if they wanted to move everything out and I could continue on with them, that's exactly what I wanted to do. So the timing of it worked out, being able to do it, and with the race teams allowing me to just kind of take everything into the shop and them trusting me with all of their stuff, all of it just worked out really well.
And having to make that move out here, you're all settled in now. Got this. What have you been doing? Is it the construction? What have you been able to construct here? I mean, if I'm trying to ask it right, but
yeah.
You've had a lot of work to do at the house, build a shop. Just let us know what you've been doing this off season, other than working on the cars and getting them ready.
Yeah, so it's just been a lot inside the house. Luckily I have like very bare bones knowledge of what to do, and I know that from my boss, Larry Henry. He'd always have me do stuff. I've laid floor for him, laid hardwood for him, and redone the inside of houses before, just not to the extent that I did this one. I kind of had all the tools and all the knowledge to do it. I just I've never taken it on, never taken on an undertaking like that. So had to put a new roof on the house, had to put a new floor inside. Every single room got remodeled and redone, and cabinets painted, the whole 9 yards. We didn't have to tear down any walls or anything like that, but the place was gutted, and it was completely refurbished. And then as far as luckily I had a lot of good people help me, like my race team. My co-car owner, John Grau, he's got a successful flooring company there in Arizona, so he was able to hook me up with some nice floor, and I was just able to put it all in, and I was able to get some good deals on all this stuff to be able to do it, because I had my savings account, and this was what I could spend, and when it's gone, it's gone, So right now we're kind of living on my savings, and pretty much spent most all of it on the house. And now hopefully I can, this year is going to be focused on just racing, and if hopefully I can do well enough to make that mortgage payment. That's my goal, that's my intention, and if I can do that, then That's the focus. We just want to have as successful of a year as possible with the dirt Silver Crown deal and the sprint car deal. You know, that's obviously the goal, and the intention is to be successful and not come out here and struggle. So I don't think we will.
Yeah, what were some of the challenges last year that you found as you raced a lot of these tracks? You've been here before, Indiana Sprint Week, a few times, but some of these tracks you've been on for the first time, and you got to race them several times locally and with USAC. But just what were some of those challenges that you think you had to overcome last year trying to do it out here in Indiana?
Yeah, the biggest thing was just kind of all of these racetracks out here. I say all of them. For the most part, there are a lot of bull rings, stop and go type places, and we struggled with that because we don't really have bull rings, gripped up bull rings like that back home. We've got more like bigger, more sweeping, momentum oriented tracks, and so with, you know, these guys being from Arizona, everything's just always tight. You know, we got to be, and we know tight is fast, and so we've kind of been trying to creep away from. It's easy to free the things up, you know, we just don't want to free it up too much and struggle. So the biggest thing is just getting the cars to be a little bit more maneuverable, drivable for these stop and go places where you really got to jab the brake, get it turning, going back the other direction. Whereas our stuff, we could get it up and be nice and tight for those dusty, dry racetracks with not much cushion.
And you picked up a Silver Crown ride. Obviously, DMW Motorsports came out here with Arizona with you, but let's talk about your Silver Crown experience. You had a really good run at the Hoosier 100 going. You were moving up late in that race and had a bit of an issue, but your first time in those cars, what was that experience like, getting to be on the mile tracks and getting to run that deal?
Oh, it was incredible. It was better than I could ever imagined. You know, I really enjoy working with Mickey. He's a really good crew chief, really good people. The whole race team was really good. I knew I could probably handle it. It was going to be a bit of a learning curve, you know, and so I was just trying to watch some races and soak up as much information as I could from different people. You know, I had some people like Justin Grant help me and just kind of give me some pointers, because it's a whole different ball game when you got 75 gallons of methanol behind you. You know, you flick that thing in the corner and the methanol wants to keep going. And also just the challenge of the long race. It's more like a chess game, whereas 30 laps, you know, the race car doesn't change that much. A lot of that stuff doesn't change that much, and you just kind of hustle it as hard as you can, as quick as you can. It's a complete different mindset and approach. So I felt like we took to it pretty well. We you know, we did a pretty good job, I think, you know, hitting it with the setup and driving and everything. I had my crew chief for this deal, Mike, was spotting for me, along with Bruce St. James, and those two guys together. You know, Bruce was able to kind of call the yellows and stuff, whereas Mike, he's really good about knowing when to go and what other guys are doing and how to kind of help me with just the stuff that I have a lack of experience in, you know. So yeah, I felt like I thought we were going to win. I really did. We were coming. We were on the fastest lap of the race there with like 10 or 12 to go. And unfortunately, it's got a 65-gallon tank on the thing, and she started running out. And it was really unfortunate. You know, we were all pretty heartbroken, but at the same time, we knew that we could do it. And we just needed to kind of fine-tune a little bit, and I think we'll be really good this year.
And running all 7 dirt Silver Crown races this coming year, and 50 sprint car races.
Yeah.
Gonna be busy.
Very busy, yeah.
So what are other than that, the things you're most anticipating this year, most looking forward to, other than racing a lot?
Really, I'm really looking forward to Pennsylvania. I think that a lot of those tracks are kind of similar to what we know, you know, so that's part of the reason why, you know, obviously we were trying to overcome that hurdle of being too snug and stuff at times, but I want to be able to go right back to that, you know, because we were so good at these sweeping tracks at Arizona and you know, even like Paris, there at the end we were pretty good, and I feel like a lot of those places are similar. And I don't know, I'm just kind of guessing just based on video, you know. I really have no idea if they're quite similar or not, but they seem to be. So I'm really looking forward to that, and then just the fact that we're going to be racing all the time. I mean, I've never I think the most races I've ever run in a season were, I think it was a couple years ago, I ran like 40 some shows, midget, sprint car, and everything else, 360. And this is going to be a huge undertaking. You know, this is going to be a lot of racing and a lot of upkeep and stuff like that. But I'm really excited for it. I'm excited for the challenge.
And of course, USAC champion out in the West Coast Series, but your wife also a USAC champion.
Yeah.
Probably not a whole lot of people know that, but you met on the racetrack a few times racing, but
yeah.
Just when did that all come about?
Yeah, Blythe of all places. It was, there's a Lucas Oil raceway there in Blythe, California that we were running. She was driving for Ron Sutton's Winter Circle. It's a pavement team out there and a development type of team. And my dad and I showed up with our dirt combo car, and we just, you know, we went out there with like one set of tires, and we were practicing the day before the race, and we ran some good laps, and so we just loaded everything up. And her mom actually was the one who kind of made the first move. I was sitting up in the stands watching her go around, and I didn't even know that, you know, I didn't even know it was a girl in the car that I was watching go around, and I was just kind of studying the competition, and she was a few rows in front of me, and she started talking to me, and she wanted to get us talking. So her way of doing that was like, hey, maybe you can go out on the racetrack and you know, teach Jess where you're running and, you know, where you're fast and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't feel like I need to teach her anything. She's pretty good, you know. But sure enough, she got us talking, and Jess ended up sneaking me some, the race team made a bunch of chicken, like a big old feast, and we didn't have any food. It was just me and my dad, you know. And so she snuck me a plate of chicken, and that was it. She had my heart ever since.
And you didn't let her beat you?
No, I won and she ran second, so it worked out pretty good for me.
There you go.
But she ended up beating me the following weekend. We ran in Havasu the following weekend, and I think I ran like 5th and she ran 4th or something. But we had a really good race, and she pitted next to us, and I was like, that was actually a lot of fun. You know, I shook her hand after the races, and that like made a big statement for her. She was like, normally guys are pissed off when I beat them, you know, and I don't know, I guess I'm not wired like that. I respect a good racer and somebody who can run hard without wearing you out. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Welcome to the national scene.
Yeah.
Glad to have you out here. All right.
Happy to be here, really.
Yep. Best of luck in the 2021 season. Thank you for joining us at Jake Swanson's shop here in Danville, Indiana. We'll see you next time.